Good morning, Sasha. Notice I didn't give you the date because I'm trying to give myself a little bit of flexibility every now and then. I get to where I think of something, I want to kind of do it for the next morning's video, but I know in the back of my mind I said, "Wow, good morning, it's Monday, whatever." And so I'm trying to just give myself a little bit more flexibility. So I'm not going to mention the date, but still going for at least 5 a week. I know that you got a bonus yesterday, so excited to watch your competition. Honestly, from where I'm standing, it kind of seems like you guys are getting better. I mean, some of the things where like one or when you have like two groups up, like one group was kind of just standing there not doing anything, and so just from an outsider's perspective, it seems like you guys are kind of on track and improving, and it's really fun to watch. And so hope you're enjoying it as well. Anyway, just wanted to give you a couple of brief, quick thoughts of mine off of Ryan's message this weekend, just about Jesus's invitation. I think that one of the things that really struck me was just about how he talked about performance, is not an indicator of worth, and just how the people who really resonate that were kind of he was bringing into the banquet kind of had to be forced to be brought in because they're the kind of people that felt like I'm not really worthy. I certainly think that I'm probably the opposite of that. I probably, if I'm just being honest, like sometimes feel worthy. That's not a great place to be. That's obviously pride. And I question, would I be one of those people so wrapped up in the day to day of life that when the invitation comes, it would be like, wow, this is going to really disrupt my day. And, I'm not really sure that, gosh, can I really afford to do that? And so I question, am I responsive to God when he calls, or has he called me to something and I'm just not being responsive because, well, that's not what I wanted to do with my life, or that's not what I thought was going to happen. So lots of great things to pray and ponder, even at the age of 52. Like I'm still wondering, what does God have for me next? And I know that at your age, that there's a lot of that, probably a lot of, what's really going to happen and all these circumstances surrounding ROTC. And, we don't know, like, we don't know exactly, we don't have God's perspective. And so just, suggest, recommend, just prayerfully, just, leave it to God. I mean, do what you can. I feel like there's no excuse in there to just be like, well, just let go and don't do anything and just see what happens. Well, I think there's some predictable outcomes if you don't do anything. But I think that there's also the I'm trying too hard to kind of hold on to things and to kind of force what I want. I know I've been guilty of that in my life, and at times, from being an astronaut to going to the Air Force Academy, like God just sort of took my closed fisted where I was holding on tight, and he just starts breaking those knuckles. It can be painful, but ultimately, I think we know that God has our best interests on our side. And so, anyway, love to hear text, comments, whatever you're comfortable sharing. Just love to kind of hear your thoughts on the sermon and what you got out of it. All right, hope you got some rest. I know you said Sunday that you were super tired, so hope you got some rest on Sunday. And we'll talk to you later. Love you.